great 420. My 420 was lit. Smoked a lot, like usual. Everyday shit. I did my first stash and dash on 420 this year, which was a cool experience. This man that won, he was so dedicated to winning this bag. He walked, like 50, 60 blocks? He walked from 59th Street to 110th Street, straight up 5th Avenue. Excuse me. Yo, by the time he reached me at Central Park, he couldn't even show his enthusiasm. He couldn't even be as excited as he wanted to that he won because he couldn't fucking breathe. And I was just like, damn, it made me think, like, that's a real dedicated pothead. But then I'm like, are you even really that much of a pothead if you're willing to run 60 blocks for a fucking bag of weed? Because I know I ain't doing that. Just me being a pothead, the edibles and all the smoke and everything else, I don't even think my lungs or my body would allow me to run that many blocks on a 60, 70 degree weather day at that. But shout out to Easy. Easy Does It from Brooklyn. He paid attention, he looked at them clues, and he said that he knew once I posted the Mace song that it was going to be in not only just Harlem, but in Central Park. So I was like, shout out to you. He said he got off at 59 because he wasn't sure if I was going to keep moving. Which I was like, that's smart. He played that well, because if he would have got off at whatever, if he would have got off at 125 and I was making my way down and I was on 90th or 80th, he would have never got the bag. But he appreciated it. I got a bunch of thanks from him. He shouted me out. And so shout out to you, Easy Does It, for walking all those blocks, you crazy motherfucker. But my 420 was lit. I I didn't roll it. I packed one of them big raw cones, which I didn't even know that there's bigger ones. So I'm going to have to, for my birthday or somebody else's birthday or some next celebration, I'm going to just make another weed holiday so I could put the 2.5 ounce one and fill it. Because I put 18 grams. I was sleeping by like 12. I was done. I packed the cone. Where's the vice though? Because I noticed when I lit it, I made my cone too top heavy. Make sure you stabilize the bottom. So you need a good foundation, just like with anything. Even like you're building a house, you need a solid foundation, you need a good foundation. I made the bottom of the raw cone too loose compared to how tight the top was. So I kind of had to like put my fist around it and like put pressure on it to pull it until it passed that part where it was so tight. But it was definitely a good time. I would do it again. 18 grams and 1 blunt. That's a lit 420. And at first I'm like, as I'm smoking it, I wasn't regretting the fact that I put that much weed in one joint, but I was just sitting there like, yo, you could have rolled 18 fucking decent sized blunts. This could have been 36 blunts for somebody else. Like, that's crazy. And I'm just staring at it, looking at it like, fuck it. It's 420. And I was just so high too. Like, I felt like I didn't get enough like pictures or videos like the way that I could have, but I was just enjoying it so much. Isn't that like some of the best times in life? I think so anyway. But yeah, I hope y'all all had a great 420, a lit 420. I hope y'all all smoked a lot of weed. I hope y'all got high as fuck. I hope y'all was Flintstone. But shout out to Budokan too. Budokan too. Because that technically was the second Budokan. And it was as lit as the first one. A lot of vendors came out, a lot of dope people. Everybody showed love. Everybody showed support. The artists. It was definitely a good time. So shout out to Mathematics. Shout out to Sosa, 1718 Collective, and everybody that came through. Happy Time Snacks. Definitely looking forward to the next Budokan. And like I said, guys, that was my first Stash and Dash ever. And I had such a good time that I'm looking forward to doing it again. I might actually do one next week, probably just edibles. But stay on the lookout for that. Stay on the lookout for the clues. I try to be as indirect as possible, but I feel like once you post a Mace song, everybody's gonna know Harlem on rise. So, I'll probably give not as good clues for the next one. I'm gonna make y'all think. And I might move around too, because then that makes it like a real scavenger hunt. That would be dope. But yo, let me get into my strain review for this week. It's the Dave East weed, East Coast OG, right? Now, I'm going to quote Dave East himself right here when he's speaking about his weed company. I'm not sure how many strains he has, I had this one, and it was East Coast OG. So quoting Dave East, we started from ground zero, right here. You dig? We created an idea. We created a name, meet up with the right partners, created family. Watch that seed grow. Best weed ever. I'm co-signing my own shit. I heard you. I heard you. It's great to co-sign your own shit. It's great to be confident in your product. I tried to find like reviews already done. It's not on Leafly. It's not on any other strain website. So OG, I guess I want to say is a hybrid from experience with other weeds, but I can't really give you the facts like the indica, sativa, and all of that. But I can tell you, I like the bag. It was a good bag. For me, it wasn't worth the price. And I even feel bad to do this to speak badly about a strain, but I've given you guys so many great ones, so I have to tell you about in my opinion, a mediocre strain. It's all hype. It's all hype. I personally felt like it was maybe like a little bit better, like maybe some like low high grade Blockwork sour, something like that. I felt like he just, he tried to make a weed that was for the hood, and I'm not feeling it, Dave. I'm not feeling it. Maybe I could get another one, and it could change my mind. But nobody wanted to buy it. It's just the price. It's pricey. It's pricey, and if you're somebody that knows weed, if you're somebody that knows good weed, you're gonna know when you look at it, when you smell at it. There's the hotness talking again. But for real, guys, I mean, no shade to Dave East. Like I said, I really love the fucking bag. It was hard to open. It was smell proof. I keep my other weed in it. But, maybe if you could sign the bag for me, then the bug would be worth something. So let's see if we could do some shit like that. But I'm gonna try to find another one that I can give a mediocre review to. I'm not saying it's bad. So it's just not my cup of tea. Anyway, some other rappers that you might be interested to know that have their own strain, which I'm sure we all knew about a bunch of these. Snoop Dogg, of course, right? Why wouldn't Snoop Dogg have his own strain? He's Snoop Dogg. Burner, everybody knows who Burner is. Girl Scout cookies, Cookie Strange. I know I love my cookies. Shout out to anybody that got blue cookies. And if you ain't sharing, then forget you. Dizzy Wright has his own strain, and it's exclusively available only in Southern California, which it's like, all right, we can get it here too, though. So Freddie Gibbs, he has Freddie Kane OG, is an indica dominant hybrid. Wiz Khalifa, I'm sure we all knew Wiz Khalifa had his own strain. Khalifa Kush, right? Be Real, Cypress Hill's rapper. Like, these guys, I love Cypress Hill. I don't know anybody else, how anybody else feels, but they're definitely, I grew up listening to them. I still listen to them. I've been to their concerts. Like, I want to smoke some Cypress Hill weed. Anybody that has access to that bud, let me know. Just put a number on it. Just let me know. I want to smoke that. It says that it was actually his personal strain, Tangy, and it recently finished taking 3rd place in the Cannabis Cup. That's lit. I like that strain. I want to try Cypress Hill's Tangy because it's fucking Cypress Hills. Like, who wouldn't want to smoke? Who wouldn't want to smoke their weed, right? Insane in the Met. Yo, that ass, when I first started listening to them, it was like, first it started with a nickel and a 20, smoking up all my money. And I'm like, yo, me too. Me motherfucking too. And I've just had a connection with that ever since. Corrupt has his own strain. The West Coast rapper. He actually has his own strain, Corrupt's Moon Rock. So I don't know if that's exclusively his strain, because like Moon Rocks is multiple different things. It's not just weed in there, so it's pretty cool. Cameron, a Dipset rapper. Everybody knows Cameron, right? It's not out yet. It hasn't been named yet, and it hasn't been produced yet. But it's expected to be very potent, and it's going to be popularized soon. So definitely check that out. I think it would be dope if his strain was called "Oh Boy." Like, that would just, to me, like, come on. Oh, what you smoking? Oh boy. So shout out to Cameron. Skizzy Mars is one of the lesser known rappers. However, he has a very large commitment to the weed culture, and he created his own strain called OG Skiz. Availability is currently limited, so check that out, guys. Riff Raff has his own strain. I'm sure there's more that I didn't mention. I want my own strain, guys. I want to know how many of y'all would want to smoke Flintstone and who would want to smoke it with me and who would want to come on this show and roll some Flintstone for Wilma Flintstone so we can get Flintstone together. Oh, but shout out to Flintstone NYC. Make sure y'all check that out. Edibles, bud, on deck. Let me know. Holla at me. We're waiting on our guest. We're supposed to have our first guest ever, which is pretty cool. I brought some Lil Hand, some Ice OG, some Tangy. We got Backwoods, Entourage, Dutch, Bob Marley papers, Raw papers. I remember the tray this week. We remembered the tray. Also got some edibles here. We got Fruity Pebbles, Butterscotch Blondies, Brownies, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and what's this one? I forgot. Oh, peanut butter white chocolate pound cake. So check that out, guys. Check it out. Free samples, deals all the time. Check me out at an event. You get better prices. I'm just saying. So yeah, I don't have Davies on the table because I can't afford this shit no more. We had to pay some of that back, but I hope y'all all getting Flintstone today. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little caught on my words. I'm probably red as fuck too. It's hot in here. I'm high as fuck. I ate an edible on the way, and I'm impatient. So every time I eat an edible, I can never wait for it to kick in. And I know it's going to. I know it's gonna hit, but I'll smoke like 2 blunts back to back, and then I'm like, I still don't feel this edible high. Let me smoke another one. And then by the time I'm done with that blunt, all 3 blunts hit me. And the edible snuck up on me like, hey, bitch, give me your money, bitch. Like, that's how I feel sometimes. That is legit how I feel sometimes. Like, my own edible just robbed me. Seriously. she said it robs her all the time. So, like, it obviously the edible ain't creeping up on me with a fucking knife or a gun or something and taking my money, like physically robbing me. No, but it's robbing me of my brain cells and my ability to move and function properly. Yeah, keep your eyes open. Like, you can't keep your eyes open. It has you just stuck. But if that's something if that's something that you like, then you're gonna enjoy it. Sometimes I tell people, I'm like, just eat half. Just eat half. You don't smoke, eat a quarter. Like, it's not going nowhere. You don't have to rush this. And then I feel like people fail to realize, even myself, sometimes I fail to realize, like, oh, just because I ate this half and it's been an hour and I don't feel it yet, doesn't mean eat another half. Because then you eat the other half and then within 30 minutes, both halves hit you and then you just done. I like the edible high because it's definitely more of a body high. It's more of a relaxing high than just smoking. Because I just feel like I gotta smoke. For me to achieve the edible high from smoking blunts, I gotta smoke at least like 10, 12 blunts. And it's like, who really got the time to sit there and smoke 10, 12 blunts back to back to back to back? I mean, I do, but then it's just like there's other shit that needs to be done. She's over in the corner. She's trying to blow up my own spot. I'm blowing up my own spot. I do have the time to do that, but sometimes I like to use the time to be a little bit more productive than just smoking 10 to 12 blunts. So, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it regardless. Just not back to back. I don't know. Some people ask me, like, how do you smoke so much? And I'm like, how do you not? How do you not smoke so much? Like, don't ask me a stupid question and expect an intelligent answer. How do I smoke so much? Like, because I'm Wilma Flintstone. I literally wake up and I smoke. Like, I don't even wake up and be like, oh, I need to eat breakfast. I need coffee. I'm like, blunt. Weed, get in here, get in me. Thank you. And then some days I'm like, oh shit, I've been up for 6 hours and I have not put anything in my body but weed. And then my fucking blood cells are just like, fuck yeah, let's do it again. But yeah, like I smoke so much because you're not smoking enough. That's how I see it. That's how I'm gonna respond to that. Like, well, I have to make up for the fact that you don't smoke and you was rolling .5, so I felt the weed was insulted and I had to console it. And I had to let it know that I was gonna be here forever to smoke at all. Rolling tray back. Yo, how you want 3 for 5? Where they even still do that anymore? Yo, even when I was doing the stash and dash in Central Park, like somebody passed by me like weed edibles, and I'm like, yo, man, if only you knew who you was talking to. Like, if only you knew what was in this green little gift bag. You think this says 420 for like I'm asking for donations or something? Like, but it's funny, or like it kills me when it'll be like sour. Got that Zaza. Speaking of, which I'm glad she mentioned that, got that Zaza. I will not call weed Zaza because, to my knowledge, when I was told that Zaza is a Haitian slang word for dick. So, I mean, I guess, you know, Zaza kind of explains Zaddy, right? Because that just clicked in my head. I never understood. Like, I'm with the whole, you know, you want to call your man daddy, fine. But I never understood where Zim Zaddy, Zaza, Zim Zaddy, there you go. Shit means dick. Y'all here, oh, I want to smoke some Zaza. No, I don't want to smoke no dick. You smoking Zaza. Where the fuck was I going before that? Because you just threw me off. The edible just came back like, like that annoying little kid in the fucking Simpsons, the little fat kid. Just caught up on me. Yo, but that ass, I will not call no weed, no Zaza. And then it cracks me up too because it's always a dude that'll hit me up like, yo, where's the Zaza? And then I replied to somebody's story and they was like, they were done with bitches, they were done with relationships, they was done with love, everything. I'm like, you just gotta stop fucking with low grade women. So I guess because I use the weed term, low grade, whatever, but you could apply that to anything. But dude hit me back with, do you know some Zaza women? And I was just like, how would that translate? Like, you know some dick women? Oh, you want a bitch with a dick? Like, what? And then that just reminds me of fucking Ted when he's like, there are no bitches with dicks, just dicks with tits. And that's what I wanted to say to this dude. And I was just like, oh, he wants some Zaza woman. Should I tell him now or just tell him to tune in on Thursday? Because that's not what Zaza means. But hey, to each its own. Y'all want to smoke dicks? That's on you guys. You just smoke fucking East Coast out of it. Or what gets me too is this is where I was going before. Sour, got that sour, and then you just look at them like, oh, it's 2008. You got that sour? Cause I have not smoked no real New York City sour diesel in a minute. And then anybody that says they got it, and you be like, where you get hype, and you're like, how much? And they're all right on me right now, but I don't smell it. I don't smell it, and you're charging me $25, so that's not in how some people will say the Zaza. I don't want like that ass, and it's just like, oh, you got that. So then sometimes I like to stop and entertain them depending who I'm at. Like if I'm in my hood or somewhere, like I'm comfortable and I know people, whatever, I'll stop and be like, oh, word, well, I got this one, I got that one, I got this. I got access to another menu. You want to see that too? You need edibles? What you a QP? Oh, that's cute. That's real cute. With your sour. That's cool. Keep it in the sandwich bag. Next time, save them for the kids' lunch, all right, bro? But yeah, you know, I'm fucking high, guys. I'm high. I feel like my mouth is dry. I'm a little out of breath because I'm talking fast. But everybody in this room is either laughing or smiling, so that's good. And that makes me feel good. Eric just hit me with the cowabunga, dude. So he's over. Oh, look at this. Amazing. I got some water. But yo, make sure y'all follow my Instagram, Wilma's Podcast, WILMASPOTCAST. Check out Flintstones NYC. Shout out to S.STREET Media. The evolution of media is us. Yo, when we post another flyer for BuddhaCon, make sure you come. Just make sure you come. even if you just coming to chill, just come and chill. The vibe was dope. It was good. I learned that I'm not good at hosting events because I spoke on the mic for maybe like 30 seconds and I was like, I got a raffle. Check me out. Twisto. Yeah. Evolution of Media. That's us. And I guess I've always been very introverted. I've always been like a homebody. Always been shy. I'm comfortable talking here because it's like I'm just in a room with friends and shit. And it's like, yeah, not even out there. But I definitely gotta work on. I definitely gotta work on my hosting skills. But yo, make sure y'all check out any 1718 collective event, any S.STREET media event. They're actually celebrating their third year, right? Third year anniversary this Saturday. Come check us out. Come check us out. The hosts are gonna be there, artists are gonna be there, everybody's gonna be there. It's gonna be lit like always. Dope vibe, good bud, beautiful people. You know what I'm talking about? Come check us out, guys. And now I'm just looking at all this bud like, you know, my guest ain't here yet. So what am I gonna roll? I gotta roll something. I think I'm gonna reach in the envelope and roll some of this because it just looks pretty. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what's in here. Because if I did, you probably wouldn't believe me anyway. Eric, stop trying to see what's in the bag. Yo, but shout out to Eric. Shout out to Eric, the intern, guys. We said it last week on the show that he was going to come out and get Flintstones with us. And he did that shit like a trooper. All he did was, you know, drop the lighter a couple times. But we all be doing that. We all be doing that. He was ready to pack another bowl. He was ready to be like, yo, let's smoke another blunt. He was with the shit. He ate that 1,000 milligram brownie. He told people he recommended it. He was with all the shits. Shout out to you, Eric. Eric hit us with another one of those skater moves. What does that actually mean?
I don't know.
I think it does mean cowabunga, right?
The reason I do this is to fix my watch. I gotta have it just doing this.
Oh, I thought you were like.
No, because my watch goes like this. I just started doing this.
Oh wow, look at that! I thought Eric was like agreeing with me or hyping me up, like, yeah, cowabunga, dude. He's just like fucking really loose watch. That's crazy. So still, shout out to you, Eric. That's what's up. Shout out to those edibles. I just realized I didn't even eat a whole one. I gave Tony a piece of the edible. I didn't even eat the whole one. That's crazy. And this fucking this roll up is even crazier. I don't know where that came from, but that one's garbage. Yo, but shout out to YouTube. Shout out to YouTube Live. All of that shit. I had a bunch of questions prepared to ask my guest, but whenever he gets here, I guess. You know, I want to know what you guys like to roll in. I've said it before. I've said it again. I want to know what you guys like to roll in. I want to know some of your favorite strains, some of the things that you like to do high, some things that you can't do high. Because I know like there's certain things like I can't do high. Wilma, thanks for the love. Thanks for the comments on the YouTube. Real Hip Hop 216. Shout out to you. Wilma, I feel like I'm going to go around one day and just like offer like little nugs of weed or little edible samples to anybody that's willing to let me record them, say, Wilma, and then just make a whole big ass video, like a whole video compilation of just that. Like I'm gonna go to like Times Square. Stay tuned for that too, guys. That's a great idea. We've been talking about this shit for a minute, doing this for a minute. So we're gonna come out there and hit you with that who need eighth money too. We're gonna ask you about a bunch of questions about weed. Probably gonna be like 3 questions, but they're gonna be tough questions. Like you're gonna have to tell me whether a strain is like a hybrid or an indica. I'm gonna want to know like the year it was criminalized, the year it was. Well, let me stop giving y'all fucking time to research. But
right.
yeah, right. Because everybody's gonna be like, "Where is she asking this?" This is like it's fucking Jeopardy. Yeah, so stay on the lookout for that. I want y'all all to scream Wilma. Anybody that wants to record themselves doing it, who said what over there now? Because
No,
I don't like the faces that I'm seeing.
Mr. Real Hip Hop said long dick style.
Mr. Real Hip Hop. He was tuned on, I think, on Tony's show.
Yeah.
That's the same word.
All right. He's hitting them like, my name's Tyrone and I'm gonna fuck your wife. Long dick style. That's all I think of when I hear that. Like, who even says that anymore? That's crazy. You just lost points for that, bro. You just lost points for that. You can't participate in any stash and dashes at all. Like, you don't need eighth money. I wonder, because it was like, who needs eighth money? So I was just gonna give y'all like $30, $40. You can go buy eighth, right? Whoever wins. But now that weed is legal, I could just give the weed away. I don't have to give them the money. All right, so who needs an eighth? That's gonna be the name. That's gonna. Eric raised his hand. I told them. I said I brought edibles for my guests, and whatever they don't eat, you guys can have after. He's like, does that count for the weed too? Oh my goodness. I really love doing this, guys. Like sometimes, like I said sometimes, every fucking week, I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy that I even got people out there listening to me. Like, that's crazy. I enjoy that. I'm trying to roll this blunt, but I'm also not trying to have no dead air. So, fucking rolling, waiting for a guest and whatever. So, shout out to fucking S.STREET, yo. Shout out to mathematics. None of this would be possible without this, man. It's crazy. I actually linked up with math. I started out, as many of y'all know, I started out on another podcast back in August with a few hosts, and we were at another station. And I linked up with math to a friend of mine that told me about the events that they do. And I went to one as a guest, and then I started vending, and then, we just like the vibes. We go as guests, we go as vendors, try to show love, and now we here. Now we on S.STREET. Now I got my own show on S.STREET. Yo, like, 3 weeks, not even 3 weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, my Snapchat memory from a year ago, like a year ago today, was me recording myself saying, I'm so funny, I think I should just have my own show. And whoever's in the background was like, you should. You really should. And I was like, I'm glad you agree. And it's crazy because that was like a week after I had did my first episode. What is hip hop saying over there?
Nah, he's like, you didn't read the comment before, but I can't see the comment before. So he said, what's your IG? Let him know. What's your IG?
Crazy. I don't even know the stalker. That's good.
Nah, he want your IG. Be nice to my stalker. Cool.
Listen, if Tyrone's gonna come over here and fuck my wife, I'm not with it. I don't even got a wife, but you feel me though.
I'll give it to you later, real hip hop.
Yeah. You see, that's crazy. That's all for clout. He doing that. I wonder who that is. That's probably like the least suspecting person that we would think that would be. But now I'm curious, like who the fuck are you, real hip hop? Yo, but anyway, back to my stash and dash. I felt like I posted just the term stash and dash is like you're stashing something and then you're dashing away, right? So I just figured that was enough for people to like understand what a stash and dash was. And I felt like I posted enough in the comments, in the caption, explaining that like anybody that commented, ew, pick me. No, it wasn't a random thing. You have to pay attention, look for the clues. And from the first clue that I posted to the time that I actually did it, and then I waited around for like a good hour. And then once dude told me that he was on his way, I was like, oh, that'd be so fucked up. Because I knew somebody that lived right there. I know a couple that live right there on Fifth Ave. So I'm like, oh, that would be so fucked up if somebody just came out of their house and got it before he did it. He's walking fucking 80 blocks. Like, that shit was crazy. But yo, shout out to that dedication though. I believe my guest is here. I believe he said he was down the block. So yeah, I guess let's go check the door. Shout out to Dolo Art 95. He's a very interesting guy, very dope artist. You gotta check out his work. He's got some prints for sale. I believe he's got some originals for sale. But I'll let him give y'all that info when he gets here. I'm fucking high, guys. I'm really high. Yeah, if you haven't had an edible before, or if you feel like you don't get high from edibles, you know what gets me? Like people tell me that the weed just don't get them high no more. And then my first thought when somebody tells me weed don't get them high no more or they don't get high from edibles, I'm like, oh, so it's crack that you smoke. And because it's just like, what do you mean the weed ain't getting you high no more? Switch up your strains. If you like to buy in bulk, try to buy a couple different strains. Or, you know what I mean? Like, if the person that you're copping from always has the same bud, if you're continuously smoking the same weed, of course you're going to build up a tolerance to that. Just like you would build up a tolerance to anything else. Any other medicine, any other thing. Like, I don't know. It's just, that'll just be my first thing. And I'm like, you can't say that to people. Because I've almost said it a few times. Or, like, I've started joking around to, like, friends or whatever. Like, oh, yeah, so it's crack that you smoke, right? Like, the weed ain't doing it for you? Oh, the edibles didn't get you high? Like, so we got to step it up to dope, right? We need meth, we need amphetamines over here. Like, I don't understand. Or I personally, like, I try not to judge people, but I feel like it's just human nature. We're fucking humans. We're judgmental, whether we want to be or not. You tell me that you smoke K2. I don't ever want to smoke with you again. I don't ever want to smoke anything that you smoke. I don't ever want to smoke. Nothing. There's just certain things that's just like, why would you do that when weed is everywhere? But, you know, that's just me. I got caught up one time. That's crazy. I got caught up one time. I was buying an ounce, right? And that one hat, I had 2 different buds, like I told you. Get varieties. I had 2 different strains, and one of them was good. Shit was great. The other one didn't look so good. So I was like, whatever. I smoked the better one first. Chilling. I'll go home. I'm getting ready for work. I smoked the other one. I'm like, I don't really like this, but I felt fucking high. It was high as a fucking kite. And then I'm on the bus going to work, and I'm like, I felt like I had heavy-ass glasses on my face, like heavy-ass sunglasses. And I deadass thought I had sunglasses on, but there was nothing on my fucking face. And I was just bugging, and I was just, like, stuck looking out the window. Like, I couldn't turn away from the window. Like, I had to pry myself away from the window when it was my stop to get off, because I'm like, oh, nah, like, you got to go to work. Luckily, I was able to go to work and get through my shift and whatever, but I was like, we ain't never fucking did that to me. And then I had showed it to somebody, and they was like, nah, you got, because this is K2. And I was like, oh, not at the time, this was years ago. At the time, I didn't even fucking know what that was. I thought somebody just showed me some fucking haraka. And I was just like, oh, wow, what is that? And they're like, yo, it's like incense or something. And they couldn't even give me a definition of what it was. But I seriously felt like I had like 1,000-pound sunglasses on my face. And it's like, if that's what it does to you, why would you want to smoke it? Why would you smoke that? Why would you admit to smoking that? I don't know. I don't think that people are really doing that anymore because it's so much more well known now. But I guess just be on the lookout for that, because that's crazy. I don't ever want to feel that again. As much weed as I've smoked, as many edibles as I've eaten, I've never felt like I had a fucking cinder block sitting on my face. I did, however, one time feel like I got punched in the face, right in the forehead from fucking Patron. It's like I knew I was late, I knew I was drunk, and I still decided to take that next shot anyway. And it was just like the shit hit me right in the middle of the forehead, and my shit was bent. And I was just walking around like, oh, so this is what they mean when they say you bent. That shit was crazy. So our guest is here. Shout out to Dolo Art. He's making his way over here.
Yo.
Hello. Just set up your mic real quick. Welcome. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm chilling. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. So I had mentioned a little bit about you earlier when you said that you were outside about your art and that you're an artist. Told me to check out your page. But then I figured I was like, let him do that. Let him come in and tell us about himself. So introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I'm Dolo. I'm from the Bronx. I live in Brooklyn now. I've been making art for as long as I can remember. I started Project Dolo, which is also known as Dolo Art LLC. That's my website, projectdolo.com. I started that around 2015, 2016. And ever since then, I've been going up. Every day I try to go harder.
Nice. Yeah, I was saying how nice your work is. You're very talented.
I appreciate
I've seen
that.
a lot of your stuff on Instagram. Very talented work. So I have some things here for you to try to roll. Got a couple different roll-ups here. Got 3 different strains. And you could take your choice of whichever here that you want to taste. We got fudge brownie, a butterscotch blondie, fruity pebble with white chocolate, cinnamon toast crunch, and this is a peanut butter white chocolate pound cake.
Peanut butter white chocolate.
Yeah, that one's strong. So I put butter and then I put weed in there too. So help yourself. And if you want to check out some of these strains here, you can pick which one you want to roll.
What's your favorite strain? Which strain?
I like all of them. I like all the weed. I'm not gonna do reviews of my own weed, guys. We did that.
I like this one.
Yeah, that's low hand. That's low hand. That's a good one. I like that one. Okay, here I got a tray for you. Here I was rolling up a blunt because I was like, I'm high. I ate an edible on the way, so I got in here and I felt like I was like rushing through and I was talking crazy. So we were talking about Zaza. And how people refer to weed as Zaza, right? But I was told years ago that Zaza was a Haitian slang word for dick.
Wow.
So how do you how do you feel about that?
Well, me, I don't really ever call weed Zaza.
Okay.
But I know with the slang term Zaza, I'm pretty sure no homo motherfuckers be like, yo, like I'm rolling dick. You feel me? Like you roll a split the side, you pause. You feel me? You roll a dick that, I mean, you roll a split the side. You feel me? Like, pause. Like,
Okay.
You feel me? Yeah,
I didn't think about it like that. So I feel like, but that's the only way that it would be acceptable to refer to your blunt as Zaza if it was that big. I smoked the Zaza joint on 420. Yeah. I definitely smoked the Zaza joint on 420. That shit had 18 grams. Yeah. So that was worthy of that title.
Big bucks.
Dead ass. I love to smoke. I was just saying how like when people ask me, oh, how do you smoke so much? And I'm just like, how do you not smoke so much? How do you? I was like, I gotta smoke more because you're not smoking enough. So we got some hash here too. If you want to throw some of that in the blunt. I told Flintstones, you gotta come down and get Flintstones with Wilma. Any guest that comes is leaving high. If you wasn't high when you got here, you was high when you got here, you leaving higher. I want everybody to be as high as me.
I'm probably not gonna be able to come down. I'm in space right now.
I'll be on cloud 9 all the time. I just be floating. Fire. We love you.
You got the Marley?
Yeah, I got some Bob Marley papers. The raw. We got backwoods over here too. I try to accommodate. I hope they're good because I don't smoke backwoods myself, but
you gotta go with the darkest one. You know,
the darkest one.
Very sweet and juice. You feel me? You gotta go with the darkest one.
Those all look pretty light.
They light skin. They still good with the backwards. Damn.
Shit. So that's why I don't know about. I know like that flavor is popular. I don't really roll backwards. I can roll them, but they're just rough for me. They just, to me, they taste rough. But it's all about how you roll it, too. You ever smoke with somebody and they got, like, this much weed and this much paper?
Yeah, true. Yeah. I feel like it's a thing about backwards and frontal that's connected. If you don't smoke frontal, you probably won't be really smoking backwards, you know what I'm saying?
See, I don't mind the backwoods, but I don't smoke frontal because I had a bad experience. The first time that I ever smoked it, we only smoked, like, 4 joints. And they were little joints too. And we wasn't drinking or nothing. It wasn't even hot. Like I was chilling. It made me throw up.
Oh no.
I threw up from it. Just put too much of it, and that's what it's like that liquor that fucks you up too much and you can never drink it again. Like
that's why you grow your own blunts.
Yeah, and I definitely do now, but it was just, you were chilling, whoever was rolling and at first I was good, but by the time that 4th joint came, it was just like, oh no, I got lightheaded. I felt it in my chest. I was like, oh no, I gotta go. Yeah. The water, nothing was helping me. So it's just now when I smell the Fonto leaf, it's just like, oh, bad memory. It just takes me to that, like, I can't do that.
I love me some Fonto. I love the grab, you know what I'm saying?
So you like to put a strip of it or you crumble it up?
So like depending if I'm outside, I probably put a strip in it, like it'll help it burn slower and help it like not come
okay.
From like if I got the grab, like if I'm outside, it's easier, you feel me? Like
just to crumble it up.
Yeah. It's like I'll be outside where I'm not more than inside.
Okay, I got you. Because I've seen people do it all kinds of ways. I've seen the strip of it, I've seen it crumpled up, and then I've seen people like roll it on the outside, like as if he was rolling like a Dutch or
On the
something.
back or something. Yeah, I do that too. Like, but that, because that's like the natural, you feel me? So that what happens is like, it's gonna take longer to roll, like, compared to like,
Okay,
back. You gotta know what you're doing if you want to straight frontal.
yeah. Do you have any favorite strains? Anything in particular you like to smoke?
Gigi and Blue Dream. Blue Dream is like one of my first strains I really like.
Blue Dream is dope. I like Blue Dream too.
You can't even find it like that no more. People tell you Blue Dream. If you wasn't on it to
Yeah,
Blue Dream,
yeah.
you gonna look, oh, this is Blue Dream. Nah, that ain't Blue Dream.
That's that low grade Blue
That's
Dream.
like Obama runs.
Obama runs. Got that front.
Right.
That's too much. That's what you get from the corner store booth troop.
Exactly.
That's what I call them. They be outside the corner store, like, yo, $20 eighth. I'm like, all right, Boofy. I'll see you later.
Yo, it's hard to even find regular sour now.
It's crazy because I was just talking about it, how like the people outside, you walk past the advertising tube like sour. Nobody got sour. No, I haven't seen real sour in probably like 5-6 years.
Same.
And I want it back. It's that
You
shit
can't
that
go wrong
stink
with
up the
sour.
whole room. The orange hairs, the light green with the oh man. My mouth is getting watery just thinking about it. I used to love that. That used to be in my I don't remember if it was MySpace or some shit. It was my headline. It was like avid sour smoker. It was like you can't even find that shit no more.
Word.
How old were you when you started smoking?
It was like probably 12 or 13.
Okay. Yeah, I started early too.
Yeah, I should have been doing that, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Do you remember your first experience with weed? You remember the high?
Man, I do, because that made me stop smoking.
Oh shit!
Like I literally, I wasn't a pothead at first.
Okay.
So, I literally started smoking. I got too high, I pulled way too hard from.
Oh man!
I got too high. I was like bugging, whoa. What's the reality? Where nah, I ain't with this. This shit too slow. Everything's slow. Everything I don't know. I can't keep up.
So you had to take a break after that.
I took a break. So I was just a drinker. Then after that, I was like, you know what? I started knowing more about strains and how people smoke and shit, different roll ups.
Yeah.
It's all about your preference. Roll your own blunts. So I just.
And know what you're smoking too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always like to tell people about leafly or even Google. If you don't know about the strain, even Google it. It's gonna pop up. First site is probably gonna be leafly anyway, but anything after that, they still gonna tell you the statistics on the weed and stuff. That's why I did my strain review for Dave Eastco, the Dave Eastco OG.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing on it yet though. It's still too new, so there's nothing on it. So I didn't have anything to compare it to. I just had my own opinion of it. So it was just like, okay. But definitely know what you're smoking. Like you said, roll your own blunts.
Roll your own blunts. I'm not gonna hold you. Shit is getting real out here. You feel me? So you don't want nobody lacing your shit up because you're on weed. A lot of this grab, they ain't even grabbing them.
Word. It's crazy. That's why I don't like fucking with shit like that. If I don't roll my own blunts, it's a close friend of mine that's rolling my blunt. If that's it. I
had to be smoking with you at least a month or 2 years or some shit for me to just pass you.
Yeah, I won't just take anybody's blunt. I just won't let anybody pass me a blunt. Especially when you go to the events and shit. Everybody's trying to be nice and lovey and I don't want it back, but that ass or somebody's trying to pass you the blunt. It's just like, I don't know. No, I'm good. I don't even smoke. Because it'll be them people too. I was like, you sure? You sure you don't want it? Like, nah, I just quit. I'm good.
That shit, I be looking at people like, yo, y'all bullshit. Y'all gonna smoke with me. I'll apply the pressure too. I'll sit here and give you weed, like, yo, you gonna smoke though, right?
Oh, so you one of those. You gotta roll your own. Well, did you tell them to? So
your own blunts or your own splits.
Word. I just rolled my own and I kind of botched it up a little bit, but I'm blaming it on the entourage. I'm not blaming it on myself. I'm blaming it on the entourage because
this back with the head got a reputable hole inside to cut it short a little bit.
Oh, see, I be putting band-aids. I'm
We
pulling
need
little.
we need to go on a petition or some shit and start telling backwards like, yo, I need to have transparent bags so I can know what's up with my backwards.
Oh.
You know, like, you be looking at your backwards and your shit be looking holy or messed up. You be like, oh nah, like what's this about?
Word, that's a great idea because I always feel the Dutch when they pass it to me. Because if it's hard or if I feel like it's squished in the middle, I don't want it. Give me another one.
Yeah. Word.
We're gonna smoke them after the show because we can't smoke in the studio no
That's
more.
not a problem.
I smoked the studio out. I smoked it out in here, so we can't smoke in here no more. But no, it looks good though. Yeah, try it. Try it too.
Damn, she trying not to.
That's the white chocolate. Yeah, there's just tape on the top of it. Just peel it off. It's white chocolate peanut butter pound cake. I actually came up with that recipe myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just be creating stuff.
I know it's in the
How long to bake it? Like a half hour, 40 minutes. I came up with that recipe and the butterscotch brownies recipe myself. The brownies, it's like, that's brownie recipe is the same everywhere. It tastes good? Well, thank you. He likes it.
That's the ones you gotta be careful for. You start busting that shit.
Nah, yeah, this whole thing is like 425 milligrams in there. Yeah, she's been telling me to put warning labels on my edibles for the longest.
That shit good though.
I'm glad you like it. It makes me happy when people like it. Because I'm like, yeah, it tastes good and you're going to get really fucking high too.
I'm scared. I'm afraid of heights now.
Oh, you're afraid of heights?
Yeah, I'm afraid of heights now.
Oh, shit. Damn. Well, thank you for coming and being on my show and rolling a blunt and eating edibles with me.
Not a problem.
We can get you back another time. We'll have more time.
Most definitely.
Oh, I gotta learn. I gotta not get so high, and I gotta learn how to read these hand signals because I thought we was wrapping up. I did thought we was wrapping up. I've been saying, yo, those edibles is crazy, dangerous. Just eat half, bro. Cause I didn't even eat the whole one. I gave her like a quarter of it, so I ate like what, 3/4 of it. Wow. It's definitely strong. And I told you this one it has the butter and it has the decarbonated weed too. There's certain stuff I can mix it into.
This ain't good. I gotta be careful because I'm busting this shit down.
I should have brought some milk or something. that cake is thick. I should have brought some milk. So tell us more about your art. You said you've been doing it since you can remember. Is there anything that inspires you? Any artists that you look up to? Or
I get that question a lot. When I tell people I don't have any like real inspiration as far as like I look up to somebody like, oh, I got my influence on my style.
Okay.
I don't have that, you know what I'm saying? Like when I started my art, it was originally just a hobby. You feel me?
Okay.
I was just trying to like just meditate with it, you feel me?
Nice.
I started taking it seriously like around like I told you that 2016, 2015, you feel me?
Okay.
So like I didn't really have no inspiration, but like I did get like a little motivation from one of my teachers when I was in school. So like when I had time, it was about painting and everything for me. So she tried to get me to paint because I was a drawer, I was an illustrator for me.
Oh,
so
nice.
She was like, yo, like you need to start painting more. I was like, nah, you crazy. I ain't messing up my drawings for this. You crazy, I ain't doing that. She's like, nah, you gotta try. I'm dubbing this shit the whole time, but like she told me like, yo, if you could draw, you could paint. You feel me? So when she told me that, I'm like, all right, let me try this out. So I tried it out. Like I was actually a natural with the painting. You feel me? I started with watercolor. I didn't really like the medium. It's too much water. You feel me? Tried acrylic. You dry too fast. And I tried oil. So when I tried oil paint, I realized I could blend with my paint and all that.
Okay.
So that's my preferred medium. But at this point, like I really would just say I'm a jack of all trades when it comes to that.
Nice. Yeah, definitely check out his work. He's got some really dope pieces.
Yeah, my Instagram is _Dolo. That's my personal Instagram. I also curate events and stuff like that. My business Instagram, also my art page is Dolo Art 95, DOLOART 95. You'll also see there's a link to my website there, projectdolo.com. I make clothing, I curate events and stuff like that.
Nice.
Check me out.
Very nice. Yeah, I was looking at one of your paintings earlier, and then when I read the caption, and it was like a lion, a tiger, a shark, an owl,
Oh, yeah,
and I forgot the last one. I was like, oh shit, I did not see the shark. I saw the lion on the top, but all the others, I was like, oh, look at the owl right there. Oh, look at, I was like, wow, like that's, you have good, you're like, I can't even get it out. That's how amazing this was. Like, you have some real talent. You got some real talent.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, like, got a good imagination. You know.
Yeah.
So, like, typically, when people paint animals and shit like that, they typically just paint animals real life still as well.
Yeah.
I put my own twist, so I put a lot of fire, different colors of fire and stuff like that.
Yeah, I noticed all the yellows and reds, and that was really dope.
That collection is called Apex Predator. You feel me? Because all the animals in there is literally predators, like Apex Predators.
Yeah. So I told you I was looking at it, and I saw like, and then when I read the caption, I was like, oh shit, like he really hit that in there. Like that's crazy. But it's dope. It's really beautiful. Do you think once you switched from just sketching and went to painting, do you think that you did better with the painting rather than just pencils or color pencils?
I feel like everything takes practice.
Okay.
So, but like drawing and painting go hand in hand because when you start, before you even start lacing up the canvas, you probably want to like touch it up with pencil. Right?
Yeah.
So like, I say go hands in hand. So I mean, I'm not too sure. Like I just flowed with it. I just was good. I don't know how to snatch it with it. You know,
That's
I just
awesome.
got better and better and started to like do what I do because I'm self-taught. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do my stuff myself.
Do you like to smoke and paint?
Yeah, I drink wine when I paint. So
Oh, okay.
So it's a good like stimulate.
Nice. I haven't done that yet. We're gonna have to do that. I'll drink Henny and painting. I gotta try some wine.
Wine, whiskey, and my preferred is Jameson. Like we'll cut the Jameson, we'll cut the Henny.
Yeah, I like Jameson.
You know what I'm saying? Just flow.
I like Jameson. Jameson and ginger ale. I like that. I can't drink the Jameson straight. That's just too rough for me.
I feel like Henny rougher than Jamie.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think maybe it's just because it's different kind of liquors, and I got used to drinking the Henny, which is cognac.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I drank the whiskey, it was just like, oh, welcome back home. I was like, oh shit.
Word.
That shit be rough. Like make you feel like you're gonna grow some hair on your chest or something. That's how rough it is.
Heat you up real quick.
Oh, and then you just hot. Like nobody else is hot. I'm hot. You're not hot. And then I get red. Anytime I drink, I'm always a little pinkish, but when I drink, I just look embarrassed the whole night because I'm so red.
Yeah, the reason why, I was talking to like a really wealthy person. I'm not going to mention no names, but I was talking to a wealthy person. He told me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the best time to get your ideas to just flow out is when you just drink, you know what I'm saying? But not on some like barbaric shit.
Yeah, just some chill shit.
Just, you sip your little drink, get the ideas flowing and shit like that. But so I mean, that's not the reason why I be drinking out of my opinion, but like
no, but it works for you.
It's a good thing to know, you know what I'm saying, when you do it.
Yeah, I just recently started painting. I always like to draw and stuff, but I just recently started doing like canvases at home, being home with COVID and all this stuff. Before I sit down to paint, I got my paint out, my paint brushes. I roll 2-3 blunts to sit there with, where I might have a little drink or something, because it relaxes you. It puts you into that state of mind, that creative state. Like, okay, we chilling, we good. Because sometimes it's hard even just to lay down and go to sleep. Sometimes it's hard, all that your thoughts racing. So of course you gotta get that into that zone. I know people that even meditate before they'll do things like they'll paint or draw or write and stuff. They'll meditate beforehand. So whatever takes you into that vibe, whatever takes you into that zone. For me, it's definitely weed. But that was obvious. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying my edibles. I tried to bring a good variety because I don't know what people like. And then I almost didn't bring the peanut butter because you never know if people got allergies and stuff. But I'm glad you like that one.
Yeah, I mean, I smoke weed. I mean, I smoke weed. I upgraded from like, when you start smoking with the green and the Reggies.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody really mess with the Reggies, but I smoked green before, you feel me? I'm upgraded from green. I never did the Reggie before. I never did that. But
yeah, I feel like it's been so long. It's like I wouldn't even know where to get it anymore. Because obviously, like, I started smoking in 2001, 2012, 2002. I'm saying 2001, 2012. That's a big difference. 2001, 2002. So back then it was hard to like, there was no like, oh, I got wedding cake or I got this or I got that. It was I got that good shit or I got that exotic. Yeah. So and then that shit was expensive to be fucking 12 years old spending $50 back then on an eighth. So I didn't even know what an eighth was back then. We had dime bags, we had 20 bags, and some had S.STREET and some didn't, and like that was it. But I definitely had the Reggie phase when I started.
Nah,
Come a long way. Come a long way.
Yeah, I stopped. I upgraded because, like I said, like I fuck with the blue drink for me. So that was one of my first trends I started messing with. So then I like cop somebody.
Yeah.
You know, in that movie, I want to smoke some weed. But
Yeah.
I find it, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up copying some green. I stopped fucking with green because like the way you already know how it tastes.
Yeah, it just gives you a headache. To me, it just gives me a headache. It's not even a high.
Exactly. I'm crushing this shit. I'm seeing the season, the stems. I'm like, oh nah, I can't be doing this.
You got more shit to throw away than you got to smoke.
Exactly.
I'm gonna save my. I might as well just smoke this backwards at that point. Kids these days got it good now because there's no such thing anymore as like regs. I mean, it's around, but it's not around like it used to be.
If you getting regs or you getting Reggies and some shit like that, you better check that shit 4 times. That shit might just be so K2 or something.
We was just talking about K2. We was just talking about that. But yeah, it's crazy. I've actually had like a couple of people be like old heads be like, you know where I get some regs at? And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, I'll sell you a 20. Relax. Like, calm down.
They spray the shit too. They'll give you regs, but like they'll spray it, make it
sour. Back in the days they were like, oh, I got that lemon skunk or something. They were spraying the boat with Pledge and all type of shit. Yeah, people still be tampering. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's like you said, roll your own blunts, roll your own spliffs, and know what you're smoking.
Shit, I was breeded by a different era, so I'm the type from influence from who I'll be around.
Yeah.
If I cop this shit, I'm smoking. It's not it. I'm taking it back.
Word.
Same way you do with a t-shirt in the store. I'm taking it back.
This don't fit. This weed don't fit.
I'm on my bread bag with shot.
Word. I feel you. That's why I said you don't get caught up with USB. The unidentified strain of bud. Don't get caught up with it. There's too many out there. Know what you smoking. Know what you smoking.
Word. Know what you smoking. Know who you smoking with.
Word. That's even more so. That's even just as important. Know who you smoking with.
For real. Jada Kid say the best. Watch who you drink with. Watch who you smoking with. Yo.
Word. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming down. Of course. Definitely a good vibe. We're going to smoke these blunts. We're going to check these out. We're going to check these blunts out. Let me see that blunt real quick. You see what it's looking like. Oh, it's still drying. Don't look at it. Listen, mine wasn't that good today either. We got a whole 2 spots. We smoking a flute. My blunt's a flute. We're smoking a flute. So, yo, shout out to Dolo Art. Shout out to S.STREET. Shout out to the 1718 Collective. Make sure y'all stay tuned for Tony Inside and Out coming up next. I was gonna say 7 to 9, roughly 7:30 to 9:30, only on S.STREET Media. The evolution of media is us. I'm Wilma Flintstone, you guys. Until next week, stay Flintstone. We out of here.
Yo, what's good, everybody? What's the fucking vibe? We got split shot of old smoke.
We smoking. I need a smoke break. I was ready to roll the smoke when I got here. I was like, nah, get on here.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, nah, you ready to off the weed? I'm like, I can't sit here and smoke more. I'm crazy.
This one that I rolled is runts and what?